Hi, Dave Weiss here with the AMOKArts.com video blog of the day. Hey, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about this presentation I'm doing and share a little bit more about what I'm going to be sharing there. I wanted to talk today about the two kinds of art that I really like to do. Basically, there's two things I like to do when I'm doing art, especially because my art, again, is subservient to the story. If I'm going to be doing art in public where I'm with the art, where I'm actually standing there creating it in front of people, I want to do a piece that makes people ask questions. Art that leads to a story. This is also why I make the videos. A big part of the reason why I like drawing cartoons. I like having some control over what the message is, and I really want to enter into a conversation with the people. Whether I can actually do that physically, where I can actually talk about it and share ideas, or whether I've got to use words in a video or words in a cartoon, just to bring people to the conclusion that I'm trying to draw. I really like to do that. I like the idea of sharing it. And again, it's not because I don't want people to think when they look at my work, but I do kind of want to share them what's going on in me when I create it. I want them to see the message that I believe God has given me, more importantly, in the piece of art that I'm doing. But the other side of it is, if I'm going to do a piece that is being done for the sake of people viewing it when I am not around, and I don't have the luxury of adding words to it or anything like that, I want to do a piece that makes people understand and that people can look at pretty clearly and understand. My thoughts for this go back to a trip I made to the National Museum of Modern Art years ago down at the Smithsonian. And I shared a little bit of this on the blog before, but I just wanted to sort of reiterate it a little bit. I walked into this one room, and in this room were paintings that I would guess were probably about 8 feet high or more by about the same wide. They were huge. There were 3 of them. There was a black one, there was an orange one, and there was a green one. 3 canvases basically just painted straight up green, black, and orange. And then each of these paintings had a little bit of a squiggle of paint that was just sort of dripped on it. Just one, just very, very, very minimalist. And as I looked around the room, frankly, and I'll admit this, you can think I'm a cretin if you want to, but I really didn't get it. What bothered me was I was sitting in there listening to other people, and they were psychoanalyzing these pieces, and I wondered where they got the information to psychoanalyze these, because there really wasn't enough work there for them to look at them and really get a clear picture. I don't want my work to be that way. I do want it to be thought-provoking, but I don't want people to have to guess at my meaning. I want people to be clear on what I'm saying, because again, my art isn't just for art's sake. My art is to draw people into a story. The story that God has given me, my story, God's story, whatever it is, but I want them to be drawn into the story, because for me, art is about the story. So in retrospect, here's what I say. I want to either create something that I can tell people about, something that will make people walk up and ask me a question about the story. That's why I usually don't paint pictures of Jesus when I'm doing public art. I usually do a picture that's about Jesus, but I don't usually do a picture that's specifically Jesus, because they think, oh, it's a religious piece, and they walk away before the fanatic hits them with a Bible. That's not what I want. I'm not a fanatic. I'm a lover of Christ. I'm a follower of Christ, and I just want to share something wonderful, not something scary. And then if I'm not going to be there, then I want to have a piece that says pretty clearly what I want it to say, that will leave people with a very clear image of the story, because the art is about the story. That's my philosophy. It doesn't have to be yours. I welcome your comments. I want to know how you tell your story. God bless.